The spring of the year is not a good time for sleeping.
Right.
Cats get going earlier, birds make
chirping.
noise outside
Yeah.
the window, but mostly this morning it was Tux and Morris at 7 a.m. talking to each other again.
Yeah, that's what do you call that, talking?
Yeah, and the little black cat, even if I don't hear him, she flies off the bed. I mean, flies. And then usually she goes to the door that's on the side of the house where they're speaking to each other.
Right.
And they were playing a little bit of hide and seek underneath the GMC.
Oh boy.
Apparently, even though I walked some dry chow up the hill at like 7 o'clock last night, Morris was really hungry. And oh, by the way, there's now a second Morris. Yeah, I know. I saw a second orange kitty last night. I was staring at it, just it, going, Morris looks a little different today. And it actually wasn't. That's because it wasn't Morris, and Morris was like 15 feet in the other direction. But this cat this morning was definitely Morris causing me trouble, so.
Well, you remember what that thing the socks you saw, you're one cat away from what?
A crazy cat lady. I got news for you, Donnie. I think I might have already reached crazy cat lady status. But we can pretend that I'm one more away, or two more, or whatever.
We love our crazy cat lady.
Yeah, well, I didn't ask for nobody else to show up. Gosh, I can hardly keep straight the ones I got now. So, we'll see if we see that other orange tabby today. And at any point, we're walking out here by ourselves in the cold earlier than normal because, why are we doing that?
I have a 9:30
Right.
meeting.
And our kitties got us up.
Yeah, but I figure if I start a little early, maybe I'll leave a little early today.
I am taking Tux to the vet, 10:30 appointment, yearly shots. So that's what's on my agenda sooner than later this morning. In North Carolina, where basketball rules.
Yeah, the president should hope he could get his picture on the front
Any
page.
president.
Look, any president. That big of a picture. This is only a basketball player.
Coach.
Coach, right.
Technically, I've already put food down up here, but Stripe wasn't around when I did that at 7. I didn't holler loud at 7 either. Don't want to wake the neighbors, draw attention to myself. Anyway, I'm in the kitchen, and he's looking down the hill for me like, I got to see you this morning, Mom. And for all I knew, there wasn't any food left, although there is a little bit. And let me put down some more dry chow. Make sure you got breakfast, buddy. I have 30 minutes before I need to load Tux up, and I'm gonna start on the 3rd floor, basically the roof of the Queen Anne Victorian. You know, the little jigsaw puzzle pieces that make up a floor that I love doing so much. Really. Okay, I think that's right for just the flat part up there. That's all I've got time for now. Hey, buddy. Tux is all loaded up. I'm sorry. Hi. The vet won't be bad though, right? I just get to sit in the nice warm car and play some sort of game or read on my phone or something while they do all of the work up here. So, yeah. I had to come to the rescue of a family that showed up with a cat in a humane carrier. He's injured. His face has been bitten. They didn't have a towel over top of the humane crate, and so he was charging the side of the crate and pretty upset. I felt bad for the poor lady. She said her husband's out of town. Anyway, I covered up the crate with a towel, and that automatically calms them down a little bit. And then, you know, there's a metal plate underneath the handle. So when your hand is on the handle, they really can't strike you anyway. But I get it. If the cat is really upset, they're scary. Anyway, Kitty's inside now, gonna get treatment. Everything should be good. Tux is fine, but he's lost some weight too. Maybe he's down to like a better weight. Anyway, she's gonna run his blood work just to make sure, because we think he's 9. He's not a spring chicken either. And I got a round of antibiotics for the next time I need it for him, and I'm gonna start using something called Feliway, F-E-L-I-W-A-Y, and it's basically cat pheromones to make him less concerned about other male cats in the yard, maybe. So I ordered some of that off Amazon. The vet doesn't sell that. But anyway, he's good. I'm going to take him back home. I'm going to spring him out of the crate. I'm sure he's ready. He's home. He's doing good. Gray's saying hello. The I had a shot, I don't feel good hasn't kicked in yet. Yes, he smells funny because he was at the vet. He smells like the vet. What you gonna do? It's going on 5:30. Don just left his office a few minutes ago. He's headed out to the garage to put tire shine on Ruby. You know, he washed her, rinsed her off yesterday, and one always comes back the next day and does some touch up. I have mostly done this top part. I'm short 7 white windows. I am short 6 of the single 75 slopes that go in there. And you knew already I was waiting on some more medium lavender bricks. So they go in there. But this is pretty much done. There's some panels, some triangular panels that get attached here. These pivot. These are hinged. And I'm not to the step that said to put them on. And I didn't press hard because I don't want to have to pull hard to separate that back up. I just sort of laid it up there so you could see it. It's interesting what they did here to stagger these 75 single slopes. One is one stud higher than the others at the bottom, and then it's leveled out at the top, and that was just to give it a little more, I guess, pattern, dimension, whatever. There is another little roof thing that gets built that goes up top there. Anyway, I've worked on it for 3 or 4 hours again, and it's coming along. I'm pleased with it. I do need to get some glass for some of these windows. Some have the glass, and some don't. The lower ones do. Anyway, another day, another several hundred Legos. I feel like it's morning feeding all over again, except for it's afternoon feeding. Oh no, there's the other orange guy up there in the grass. Well, you know, once they find me, they don't leave. But this is definitely Morris, and that one up there running under the shed is not. Well, I've got plenty of food. That guy wants to come back and eat something. I swear he looks like he's Morris's brother. Well, you know, Morris just showed up one day. Stripe seemed to bring him home. I didn't mean to make that other guy's, you know, like starting all over with Morris all over again. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. Are you doing my windows?
Yes, ma'am.
They were a little spotty.
You think?
Not that I want to be complaining, but they were a little spotty.
Yeah, well, I think they were a little spotty too.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I did see the other orange cat. He ran for the hills when he saw me, though. Very, yeah.
Like hightailing it, never to be seen again?
No, like wait for the human to be gone and then try to
God.
come back and eat some food. I know.
Man.
He looks just like Morris, I think.
Probably
He's probably his brother or sister. I don't know yet. I hadn't gotten that close of a look, but we'll be figuring that out sooner or later. Don went to the mailbox. We'll call this his admittance to dinner. Lego parts. It was bothering me that I didn't do this last little bit, even though I was at a natural breaking point in the instructions. So I finished that peak. And boy, does that look good. We're listening to Rob Maurer here. He's talking about, this is the live Q&A he did 10 hours ago. It's now 7:30 at night, so that was like 9:30 our time this morning. I guess Tesla announced Q1 numbers earlier than expected. Like we were thinking sometime today, but they announced them yesterday because the market's closed today because it's Good Friday. Anyway, he's excited that they beat his predictions, beat expectations, all of that good stuff. The numbers are looking good. And I just wanted to say, I said it before, this particular set of instructions, not for the first time modular house builder, okay? If you've built a few like me, go for it. They're certainly good enough that you can be successful with it. But there's been quite a few things. I think, you know, when they do these, sometimes they only design them digitally using Stud.io or Lego Digital Designer LDD. And when they do that, all the parts fit together. It's kind of like designing a car, but maybe structurally or, you know, there's just problems with it when you don't actually build it. So like over here, these slopes, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high plus the peak, they were just staggered, and underneath, you know, the back part of the slope was just open. So if you press on it, it just would collapse. And trust me, it collapsed on me 4 or 5 times until I said, you know, I like the way it looks, but let's figure out how to make it more stable. And so there's a piece underneath in here, and they're in the middle where it won't hurt anything. There's several other extra pieces that I added to make it more stable. I did that in a couple other places too. It's like I want it to look good. Like up here, these little pieces, they weren't actually going to hold the 2 sides together. So I put a square 2x2 underneath there, and now it doesn't wobble. You know, it's not like you're going to walk past this thing and it's going to fall apart on you. So I don't know. I was feeling a little Tesla manufacturing line design engineer today. It's like, you know, have continuous improvement. You know, when you see something's not right, step back and make it better. Now, I do want to say that, you know, the guy that did this, great job. I couldn't do the whole thing, but as each person comes along behind it and sees something that can be done to improve it, then definitely stop and make it better. So maybe I'll email him a couple of my thoughts on, you know, you could the design's great, but with a few changes, it could be even better. Maybe I'll do that. And this piece here, this little rounded edge, and this little rounded edge over here, those are off of trucks. Those are mud flaps. Those are the guards, like that black trim piece on Ruby. That's what that is. So sometimes the most interesting pieces find the most interesting uses on Lego builds.